Hello, my dear Aries. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between June 16 and June 30, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So it's kind of hot like the devil's sauna here in Sweden today. So I have both windows and balcony door open. So I hope the wind won't bother the recording here. So I used the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Zero Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. And I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. So I want my dear Aries to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take the chance to tell you that the Sun in Gemini, 5 of Cups with the King of Cups. The King of Cups came a lot when I shuffled the cards as well. Sun in Gemini is opposing Saturn moving retrograde in Sagittarius. So the days until Sun moves into Cancer will be fiery with the Gemini-Sagittarius combination, air, fire. I have the Fool here. Someone might do something reckless and foolish and hurt their own reputation or okay. The Sun will continue opposing Saturn in Sagittarius when it moves into Cancer. And the Cancer-Sagittarius combination represents the Chariot. 2 opposite forces that needs to be brought together to get your show on the road. Also, June 21st, we will have the Midsummer Solstice over the Tropical of Cancer. And June 24th, we will have the New Moon in Cancer join there with the Sun, Mercury, and Mars. So, Venus will be in Taurus this period, Neptune and Pluto, and Saturn is still retrograde, and Jupiter is moving direct since June 10 in Libra. For you Aries, Uranus is in Aries, triangling Saturn that's moving retrograde, sextiling the Sun. Moon will move through 18 till 19 of June. So finally, shuffled and ready. So I will tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so this Aries is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the second half of June 2017, but whenever you watch this, it's probably the exact right time to see it. You can also watch this reading several times during this period. If you don't really get it in the first round, you might look at it later, and time has catched up with the reading, so you know more what it's about. So first you have the 4 of Coins. 4 of Coins is a very stable card. It's earth. It has 4 corners, so you know it's like a platform. It's like stability. It's like a wall. It's like a tower. So power can be used to protect, and it can also be used as this can be a person of high moral standards. But as everything, things can fall out to balance. You can have too much boundaries and almost build yourself into a closed world. And you can have too inflexible moral standards that are too hard to live up to. All those things might make you end up alone. Might also be a person that really likes power, wants to have power for themselves, doesn't really care about others. It might also be a person that's practicing on putting up healthy boundaries. So we'll see where it goes with this. But it's a 4. It's connected to the Emperor. That's the card for Aries. So you are very good on usually having and keeping power, creating power structures, getting your will through. You're also very stubborn, a star sign or sun sign. You have the horned, all the horned star signs is usually very stubborn and have a lot of stamina. Here you have a Queen of Cups. We had the King of Cups falling out. Queen of Cups might be a woman in love, or a woman that you love, or a feminine aspect of you that has a flow of emotions. But we see here, this is kind of a rather usual thing. One person being very closed off and the other person being very opened. But this can also show an open person that has practiced on closing off. This is either a balance being created or an imbalance between two people. One being like a miser and the other one maybe being oversharing. One doesn't want to share at all and the other one shares everything. One keeps secrets, the other one tells everything. So it's a bit different energies. Here we have also the Magician. Magician is Mercury, and we have actually the Sun, Mercury and Mars will be joined together in Cancer. Queen of Cups is Cancer. So maybe there's a time to start communicating better, come out of your shell, your power structure, and start to feel those feelings, find out what your feelings want to communicate and start doing this communication. With Mercury in Cancer, it's really time to start sharing, start telling people who you are, let them get to know you. People like this usually doesn't want to share because they think that everything they say will be used against them. That's a rather chicken way to approach life, because it's like saying that you can't deal with people knowing your secret. You can't deal with people being difficult, and of course you can deal with them. Either you have them in your life and you tell them this is how you want to be treated, or they are not in your life anymore. So of course you can deal with people knowing your secrets. If they use this against you, well, they are not a keeper, that's for sure. So you don't have to be locked in this tower. You can express yourself. That's a very good way to sort your friends from your foes. If you are starting to share your innermost thoughts and feelings and people start to reject you, then you know. That's a beautiful test to make sure that you are only surrounding yourself with people that actually really cares about you for true, for real. Here we have an 8 of coins, so it might indicate that you should write a letter, or maybe really study your feelings, study your way of communicating your feelings, maybe bettering the way that you communicate your feelings, opening up better. First, you need to know yourself, what you are feeling, not just burst out on people and like, well, today I feel like this and I'm angry and I'm going to be angry at anyone that comes close. Instead, you might be like this: today I feel irritated and I don't know what has triggering this, but I will find out. That's a better way. That's like problem solving, finding better ways on doing things. This is a person having a problem and trying to calculate how to fix it. So that's taking responsibility. It's also showing a willingness to do the better thing, to do like to improve yourself. This person are a little bit afraid. We can see on their suspicious eyes that they have a little bit of suspicious mind, and they want to keep things for themselves. They don't want to share, they don't want to tell, and they don't have much hope either that anyone would listen. This person, on the other hand, is more open, relaxed. We can see he is not protecting his chest area anymore. The money is kind of spread out over the field here. 5 of them are being like gold like this, and 3 is on the working stage. He is about to create those possibilities for himself. So this is a person that doesn't have so much possibilities. They are closed off. They are in their closed environment. This one has opportunities, more things coming, dreams being fulfilled, working on a project, taking step-by-step action to improve a situation. One of the interpretation of this card is being called to the well, of the divine, kind of being called home and giving new directions, how to fix one thing. So be very awake when it comes to like try to remember your dreams. They might have important messages, especially together with the Magician and the Queen of Cups. You might be dreaming things that is kind of straight coming from the divine helpers of yours and the people that works around you in another dimension, kind of. So dreams are important, and also signs, to look for signs, and also ask for help if you want a solution when it comes to this, communicating with your spirit realms as well, through the Queen of Cups being very intuitive. So ask for help, ask for guidance, ask for the next step, ask for a sign, and you will probably get it. For most of you, this will be in the past, but for those of you watching in early June, this might be happening now. You have an 8 of coins, and you also have the 8 of wands. Some of you might have connection to a Cancer person, or have Cancer in your chart somewhere, because we have the Cancer here, and we also have the 8 of coins and 8 of wands, which also showed up in the Cancer reading. But of course, we are all being affected by the Cancer energy right now, since we are moving into Cancer like the 21st of June here. But this is in the past, so but those energies is kind of going, it's not like this fence here, it's we are sliding into the new energy. So it seems like you're already sniffing on this Cancer, new Cancer energy. We'll have the midsummer solstice in Cancer, and also we will have new moon in Cancer, and Mercury and Mars. So Mars is also very masculine, and this is the 4 Emperor, connected to the Emperor. This is connected to strength. The Strength card, becoming emotionally mature, taking emotionally mature decision, doing things that's good for everyone, listen to one's own instincts, listen to one's own intuition, to the body, things like this, getting the real knowledge from there. Oh, so we have an upside down card. Actually, it's the same. I got this with Cancer as well, so I probably didn't flip it direct like so. I don't do reversals usually, but since my mind have slipped here, this card actually came like this, and it's probably some meaning to this. 10 of coins might be losing something that's valuable for you, or having to sacrifice it in some way, sacrificing something that felt secure for you before, because you want to do something that's new. You don't want to be stuck in the same routine. You don't want to do the same thing. And actually the tulips are being turned in the right direction here. This is key there also, and it's Virgo and Venus. And where do we have Venus? Venus will be in Taurus. So Virgo is earth, Taurus is earth. So it might be talking about things like this, that maybe you are organizing your love life to be more stable. Maybe you're leaving, sorting out what kind of relationship is actually beneficial for you and not. You might be doing some change when it comes to housing as well, relocating, redecorating, changing in some way. It might be also changing work, place of work, something stable, something that has been valuable and stable for you. Maybe it's time to free yourself from this situation. Maybe you are starting to get bored actually with this. The next card is Death. And it comes underneath the Queen of Cups, and after this reversal, 10 of coins. So it might be that a relationship with someone you love is ending, or a situation like a family situation, or a family environment, or a family house being sold, something that's going to the grave. But this is a sacrifice. It's something like needed to be sacrificed for this new, more airy beginning here, more hopeful beginning. So I think it's always like this. We need to sacrifice the old to have something new. You can't live in the old house if you need money to buy a new house. You need to sell it, maybe put yourself in an apartment for a while, renting, and then looking in the market when it's time to buy something new. And it might be the same with a love relationship or work. Maybe you need to sacrifice the old first to have the energy at hand to be able to create something new. Maybe you need to gamble a little bit, a magician. Maybe you need to take a risk, go outside your comfort zone. Maybe you need to show universe the willingness to risk anything to get this new thing that you want, this new energy coming into your life. So the central piece here is the Five of Wands. So for some of you, the power struggle might be more important than actual people in your life, or having any kind of improvement in your life. The Five of Wands comes really central. So it means like arguments and power struggles and getting things your way seems to be very important. But that's usually most important for the ego. And the ego is kind of dying here, this old thing that you have clinged onto. So I think the Five of Wands might be an opportunity for you to actually find a single point in yourself where you're actually agreeing with yourself. Don't mind so much the conflicts that you might have on the outside. Try to see the conflicts that you have on the inside, because if you have conflicts on the outside, there's sure to be conflicts on the inside, and these are the important ones. Find out what you want, because I think your mind is being split in like 5 different directions. This is a tree arguing with itself. That's not healthy. The tree is of course also connected to family, and what happened here, this valuable, stable family situation is flip side, it's dead. When death comes, it leaves room for new things. So try to find out what the new thing is that you want. Don't mind so much the things that you don't want, and be like up in those battles, like power battles that you have in your head, like how to overrule, how to find a way to get it your way, how to get your will through, don't mind that. Find out what your will are. What do you like? What's making you happy? Okay, the power struggle isn't important. It's just the ego trying to find a way to make you miserable, and to make you have a lot of arguments is a very beautiful way to make you miserable. So don't mind the ego now. Try to find out what's making you happy. When are you actually happy? Find a single point of attention. Don't split yourself. This can be you wanting to go to China, traveling there, halfway there you remember that you didn't want to go to China, you actually wanted to go to Switzerland instead, and you changed direction, and like nothing is being done here. You're splitting up your energy. You are fighting for the wrong thing, barking up the wrong tree, splitting your energy, not aiming it like the magician, this creator, being able to aim things into one direction. You actually have the Sagittarius energy here. Target, hitting the target, building bridges. This is kind of ruined bridges, and this is building them. So you can either arrange all your willpower into one point and actually get along with people and yourself, or continue with this and not knowing what you actually want, because you're so caught up in to get kind of have control. Let go of control. You don't have any control. Control is an illusion. The only thing we know is we have no control, and death will come. So don't imagine yourself to have a lot of control. Let go of control. Let go of anticipation. Let go of expectations. Don't take things other people say or do personally. Try to decide what's making you happy, and have that as your focal point or your point of attention. Yes, if you heard that, that was my horses not getting really along. So they are kind of like this. Still, they have lived together for like 5 years or more. Still this. Okay. So here we have a King of Wands. King of Wands is probably you, and you are trying to fix things here. You want to do things better. You want to kind of give up control and find better ways to fix things. This is like giving up your will to the divine and saying, okay, let me know how I will do this in the best possible way, and I will do it. So that's a better approach. That's you becoming the creator again, instead of splitting your energy like this. We have the Magician and the King of Wands, both being creators, both having access to the primordial fire, the fire hose, which you can aim in any direction. If you aim it towards the destruction, well, the destruction will be immense. If you aim it towards building something that you actually want for yourself, you will be building beautiful things in your life. It's all up to you. You are not a victim here. You are the creator. You have a lot of responsibility. And it's up to you to create or destroy. So, Cancer. The Cancer energy here. We'll see more, but this is maybe a conflict that you have with, maybe you don't like people being too emotional, and you want things to be more like direct, better communication. Maybe someone isn't really communicating with you in an open way. Maybe you want to know the rules for the relationship. Maybe you want to know more what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do. Sometimes with certain people that's very emotional, they don't want to tell how they're really feeling because they fear being judged. So try to show this very mature side of yourself, and people will open up to you, and you will get to know like what's the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do, and then you have gotten your answer how to solve the problem that you wanted to have. So next card is the Moon, and it's coming very peculiar here with the Eight of Wands and the Moon. The Eight of Wands is kind of illusions being stripped away, and this is illusions. So it's like backwards here. Okay, so it's Cancer again, of course. If you want to know the feminine mystique or the mystique of emotions, you actually need to get to know your own emotions. So dive deep. If you want to get to know, if you want to be in the know, if you want to have knowledge, if you want to get on top of things, know how to solve a problem, get to know this other side, this emotional side. This last year we have been working very hard on taking in our opposite energy, and you are fire, so you need to take in water. You need to get to know your emotions. You need to get to know this. It's like a tool, another way to get communication in place, to find out, to kind of calibrate your intuition, so you will know things before they happen, and you will know the right way to go always. And this is like a road sign, and the road sign is, yes, it's pointing to kind of hell. So it's time to go to a place which you're really scared of, and where you don't want to go because you have hidden hideous things here. And if you have any kind of addiction, the addiction is actually covering up for this, because this is something you don't want to see. So to go here would actually heal you. And that's a very beautiful thing. Healing, we like healing. So to do this very brave thing and put light into this dark tunnel is actually like a birth canal for you. You will be reborn. So go naked into the enchanted forest and go a little bit crazy. 2 Cancer card can't speak the wrong thing. They have to point to the right thing to do, and the right thing to do is to feel like dive deep in your scariest, most hideous, dangerous emotions. It might be aggression. The aggression might be covering up for some helplessness that you feel. This wanting to have control is actually feeling helpless. You might also fear other people, or actually this emotional realm, like if they are showing emotions and you can't really tell like what they are saying with those emotions. This is a way to get to know this. Face your fears. If you're scared of spiders, pet spiders. If you're afraid of birds, be friend with birds. Don't do like this with them. If you're whatever you are scared of, horses, Scorpios, snakes, feelings, whatever it is, start to pet them. Start to get close to them. Start to get to know them, because they have a message for you. Message in your emotions. It's like this. The moon is the place. It's a very scary, dark place. It's kind of depression. And down here, The divine have stored your talents, your treasures. You had an old treasure here that's not feeling so valuable anymore. Here you will find a new treasure. It will be something with you that you will appreciate. It might be that your emotions are going to give you so much bigger perception of how things are working in your life. You might understand other people much better. You need to get this, it's like psychological insight that you're fearing. You don't want to dive in the deep parts of yourself because you think that you will crumble, and the thing that you have or have had up till now is your strength and your ability to have power and put boundaries. And if you are not having that, then who are you? And I'm going to say to you that you are going to find a treasure down here. It's all the road signs are pointing to. Go here, entrance here. This is your test. It's like you're invited to go on a journey inside yourself and get to know yourself. 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. It's the Hermit. Self-realization, knowing what you want, knowing why you're here, knowing like a lot of stuff that you want to know. So don't fear this. Don't fear the Reaper, because it's going to show you another world that you didn't even know existed. It's really like you're getting into the knowing here. You are going to be exposed to dark secrets and an adventure, a dangerous adventure, but you are like the hero here in the movie, and of course you need to be put into challenge. In other case, the movie will be crappy. So go for this. It will be rewarding with a little bit of depression. 9 of Swords. It comes in the same location that we have had it for Gemini and Cancer. So it's something going on really deep. Most people that still have kind of skeletons in the wardrobe, here in the wardrobe, will have to face them now. So things that you haven't, it's like taking a second round with this. You need to go really deep into those emotions, the things that's kind of haunting you at night, the things that you don't want to touch, the things that you don't want to see, the things that you want to close the door on. Here you're going to open this door and you're going to ask, okay, so let me know. What's the big secret? What's the big thing? What's the big alert? What's the big thing that you are always haunting me about? Why aren't you letting me sleep? Tell me. So you're going to feel into those feelings, feel the feelings of them. Where are they located? Does they have a shape, form, texture, momentum, color, taste, smell? Find this out. Maybe write a picture of it. Start to talk with it. Why are you here? What do you want? How do you want to help me? What is the truth that I'm refusing to see? What is the actual truth? You can, and also when you get to answer, just write it down. Don't think so much. Don't rationalize. Just write it down, and you can keep asking questions about the answers that you're getting, so you can continue diving deeper and deeper and deeper into this. And take this like a practice. Do it at least like 20 minutes before you go to sleep or something like this. Have your notebook. Do this exercise, or whenever you feel like really depressed or crappy, or like life is lost all its meaning here, then go deep into this. Lay yourself in fetal position. You can also just write, because this is connected to thoughts as well. It's the 9 Hermit again. So you can just write and continue writing, just writing. And when I'm doing this exercise, I sometimes continue writing when I fall to sleep, and then I really get the hotline to the moon here. Sometimes the spelling or you can see the handwriting is going down the line like this, so it can be really hard to interpret. But when I am actually able to do it, it's powerful, because you get to know secrets about yourself that's really feel really authentic, and it was things that I really didn't know about myself. So it's very rewarding. And 18, 9, of course, 9. So the Hermit, going deep within into the darkest realms with only like a little light or a flashlight, and finding your way through. It's going into the womb, going back into the storage of all your secrets, and getting to know yourself, and opening doors that have been clammed shut for a long, long time. underneath the Death and the Queen of Cups, you have a Four of Wands. So if you have a relationship with a emotional person, this relationship is probably not over. And if you are getting to know your emotions, the most scary part of yourself, what will happen is that you will start to love yourself. You will forgive yourself also, because now you suddenly understand yourself. You will also align with yourself. The Five of Wands is gone. You have a Four of Wands now, alignment. You will actually start to respect yourself. When you get to know your feelings, when you have gone down, facing your fears in the Moon and the depression and opening all those scary doors, what you will find is self-love. When you find yourself, you find love, because they are the same. So what you have been running from the whole time was love and self-love and self-respect and self-knowing. And why you ran was because of ego. Ego isn't like... It's not really bad, but it's really like drama. It likes when things get like out of order and when people doesn't really get along, and it's like an energy festival for the ego. And this is killing the ego. Self-love is killing the ego, and you are getting into a higher vibration, a higher energy vibration that's actually going to make you really, really happy. So it's very rewarding to go into the darkness here. Feminine people, they do this every month when they have their PMS, going into this. And if you are a female and you have like problem with PMS, really dive deep into those feelings. Stay with it, be with it, don't resist it, put up the red carpet, accept it, and it will free you. It will heal you. It's like very powerful. This time when we are being called into the darkness, it's like being called home to the source. It's like being called home to the mother. She's going to tell you something important that you need to know for the rest of your journey. So don't fear this. Don't fear this. It's actually an invitation. It's actually an invitation to higher knowledge. And it's only for the very brave ones. And you are brave. You are the hero of this story. And here you have an Ace of Coins, so maturity. It's often coming like this: death and new beginning. Something is dying, and here's this new beginning. Sometimes I've seen it come like this in the latest time, and this is something being stillborn, something you really hoped for that didn't come to terms, but you have it much more hopefully. What has died was something you actually didn't need. It was your ego, and what has been born is your true self. You being born, it's like you, the nine, the hermit, lying in this egg, and it's an endless possibilities behind this door. This is you growing up, not having this split anymore, but a focus point, like one point to point your magnifying or your creation skills towards one point. And that's making you very powerful, because you remember you have the fire hose of energy. So if you can aim it towards one thing that you want, greatness is upon your door here. So Four of Wands, Ace of Coins, this is a reward for going into facing your fears, checking out why like just watch yourself. What kind of conflicts is going on inside of you? What is one side saying? What's the other side saying? Write this down, get attention on it, and this will because when you're doing this like almost in your sleep, you're arguing with yourself, you are beating yourself up, you're telling yourself what a bad person you are, and people on the outside doing the same thing. So everyone seems to be in consensus. So this is the reality you live in, and you don't snap out of it. But when you are awake, when you write up everything that's happening in this conflict, maybe also with outside conflict, they are also beautiful mirrors, then you get this attention. You are getting awake, you know what's happening, and you don't have to go in this merry-go-round anymore. You don't have to feel like this. You can choose to feel in some other way, but first you need to kind of clean out your garbage, face those things that you have been like so careful of going there, and when you go there you see that the devil is just a person with a funny hat. Okay, so underneath the King of Wands, that's actually usually Leo, we have Queen of Wands, Aries. So here you are, both your masculine and feminine side on its perfect place. This might also talk about a relationship. When it comes to dressed card of the same, it shows a very beautiful connection. And you also have an 8 of coins here, so it might show that you and another person, it's still kind of on, you're still there. But it might be up to the masculine person to actually do some damage control here and start to get, not the masculine person maybe, but the person having kind of being a little bit stuck on a power trip or thinking that authority is everything. If this person can connect with their feelings, there will be a beautiful, beautiful connection in this relationship. You are the same. You're kind of two peas in a pot, so beautiful. And it's also you taking in your both masculine side and the feminine side. When you, before you were able to have boundaries and rules and control and like this, masculine. And now when you're taking in your Cancer energy, like the emotions, the water, you are also healing your feminine side, getting into this femininity, the self-respect, the respect of the body, the respect of your intuition, the respect of your instinct, respecting the divine, listening to the divine, not only being like my way or the highway and like da 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 over the ears. I don't want to listen, but actually, yes, okay. Your wish is my command. I will do this. I will do this for the great, for the benefit of all. This is not just for you. When you do this, you heal people around you. You heal also the coming generations. This is a big act of healing when one person is being able to face their fears, find out who they are, go deep inside and start to communicate who they are and actually becoming their true self. That is actually freeing people at the thousands. When one person's being able to do this, it's like one drop of water, 10 persons, 10 drop of water, 100 persons. That's starting to be like a little like water running like this. And then there's a whole river and all the water is collecting in one place. People are being able to do the same thing, doing the same thing that you were courageous enough to do here, facing yourself. And of course, after this, we have the tower, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. This old tower, this old structure needs to go. This old, too conservative belief of yourself is just swooped away. This is healing. The tower comes, and all things that's not supposed to be there, it's not there anymore. When you are not being able to change your compass direction because you have this inner struggle, first the tower will kind of whisper to you and say, well, it would be a better idea if you could aim your power into one direction. And then they will start to kick you a little bit or push you a little bit. But if you are still not listening, then the tower comes and things that you felt were dear to you will just be swooped away because you were supposed to change compass direction. If you are, for example, you are staying at a shitty job that you don't really like and it's kind of killing your spirit. If you know this and you still don't take the necessary steps to start a new dream for yourself with self-love, aiming towards what you really want and what's really making you happy, the divine will help you. They will burn up the place or see to that you are unemployed suddenly because of a mistake that you done or whatever, because you weren't courageous enough to do it. The divine does it for you. So it's often more comfortable when we're able to be a little bit in control and do those things like deliberately and free willingly instead of just having the divine doing things for us. It can be the same if you're a very stressed up person trying to do 5 things at the same time. If you don't listen to your body saying, I'm stressed, I want to take it cool, I want to relax, I want to aim towards the thing that I actually are here to do, and you're not listening, well, things might happen. You might spray your ankle or get a really bad cold or something, so you're not able to run around and do all those things. You are actually forced to be in bed or be still and start to listen to your emotions. So you are getting a lot of help here. You have the Magician. This is your you have the responsibility for creating your life, this fire hose, and you have Death here. So sacrifice something old and something new will be given to you. You have the Moon here. Go into your darkest wardrobe and find out what's there, and you're going to know things about you that's going to make you very stable and self-loving, and like a really cool person to be around, like a person being like open and warm and still like having their boundaries set and knowing exactly what they want. This is a very relaxing person to be around. And you also have the Tower here to help you, like everything that's not really going to be in your life anymore, it's going to be swooped away, so you don't have to deal with it anymore, and you have like a fresh start. Actually, we have the Four of Wands, this self-love thing, and the Tower coming afterwards. So it's kind of saying that you will find a stability, and also this stability needs to go, because it's still things you think that, well, now I finally got it, but you didn't. There's more things to this. So they are saying kind of that you will reach to a point, a level where you will feel rather content, but there's more to be done. Okay, so it's not the end. But it's very healthy, that much I can say. So I will take a card for you from the Oracle of Visions. It's Ciro Marchetti, the same author that has, author that has done the Legacy of the Divine Tarot that I'm using here. So one card for Aries, giving a little bit clarification on where to go next. Okay, so here we have a person curled up, I said in fetal position, remember, and time kind of flies. We see this, its numbers just falling out of this clock here, and also the showings of time. And in other case, this is a very peaceful surrounding. You can see this. So it's don't run around doing unimportant thing. Stay here and now. Take the time to heal yourself. If you're not giving yourself this time to stabilize yourself and start to find out who you are and what you want, and getting to know yourself better, also your feelings inside, then the Tower is going to come and help you. As I said, because you need to take time to do this process. And for some of you, it will be really difficult to work during this time when you're going through this immense change. It's like a change on a cellular or even DNA level. So you might feel a lot of physical illnesses during this time as well. It's because you are changing. So a fetal position and taking all the time in the world to let this process happen is the best thing you can do for yourself. And this is really the advice as well. I haven't read those cards. I want them to be like a surprise. So I will read a little bit for you when I find this. It's number 38. Inner peace and instant in time. It strikes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enough, dear watch. Thy pulse hath beat enough. Now sleep and rest. Would thou couldst make the time to do so too, I'll wind thee up no more. So it's about, we are lost in the moment, staring into a void, utterly engrossed and transfixed on some specific point or action in the distance. In this state we are oblivious to time and reality. A young woman seated on a columned platform stares at a dragonfly settling on the lilies below. Its movement become the focal point of her concentration, transforming her into a calming meditative state in which all other distractions are removed. The numbers on the clock above float away, the recording of passing time temporarily on hold. She is at one with her universe. All worries, concerns, and negative fade. In this capture moment of escape, there is only stillness and peace. So this is what you need right now to go through this immense transformation. So give yourself the precious gift of time. Just lay somewhere in nature and just feel your inner being. Get to know yourself. Get to know this person that's you. I will also take a card from the past life oracle card to check out, well, probably that one, Mother, to check out what's going on for you. What's the so scary thing here? So the feminine power is scary. And you need to scribe or writer and lessons and blessings. Okay. So the feminine, for you in power, Aries is the head. Aries is the era of the Old Testament in the Bible. It's very authoritative. It's like power. I'm the only God. You shouldn't have any other gods but me. That's very Aries. So the mother isn't really welcome in this world because she is the one that was stripped out of power. She was erased from the world, from authority, from the Bible, from everywhere, kind of erased. There was no femininity anymore. And the masculine really rose to power. So to connect with your feminine will be like giving up your power. But this is the power of the divine. It's the source energy. It's from where we are being born. The moon here showing this ancient pathway back to our, like, it's an ancestral line, like from mother to daughter to mother. This is how the whole humanity has been born. So the feminine power is utterly powerful, and she is holding the grid of death and rebirth. When nature say it's time to die, no man in power can say I don't want to. She is taking you away, and she's giving you life again. Even if you say, oh, I don't want to go down in another lifetime, it was so difficult. She says you need to go anyway, you are called. This is the feminine power. It's a hotline to God. It's kind of is God. The masculine is the power that's being born. It's the direction. If she is the universe, the blackness, the masculine is the Big Bang. If she is the sun, the atoms of the sun, the masculine is the sun's rays, the action that happens. But that isn't a whole story. Like without the feminine, we would live in a concrete world without food, without oxygen, and live for just a split second, and then we will be dead. So the masculine is nothing without the feminine. And this is a power that's beyond your comprehension. So it's more than you can give yourself up to this power. It's just the ego dying. It's just this, well, I thought I had control and I realized I had none. This is what needs to be comprehended. All the actual power is with this, the divine femininity, the power over your life. You can choose to aim this power that you have been granted from source to whatever point you want, and that's the only thing you can control. Your own actions, nothing else. Even if you do things like in the best possible way, you have to think of every possible thing that can go wrong and taking every necessary precautions, things might still happen. Like things might still challenge you. You might still be, because life wants you to expand. Life wants you to be like this seed being put deep into the ground and have to crawl up to find light. It's challenging. It's experience. It's not supposed to be like a flat line without a pulse. The femininity is giving life pulse. So you can't control like a little part, like doing the best you can. And then everything else is kind of up to the divine. Sun, rain, synchronicity, floods, storms, death and birth. So you only have this little thing that you can control. So do the thing you can with this, and recognize that everything else is kind of out of control. Scribe and writer, write down everything what you feel, and everything that you, like this inner conflict that you have, this power struggle that you have with your own divine femininity, because you are source energy. You are not just like a little point of dust that's struggling for life in an endless universe. You are a source experience in itself. And due to this, there's lessons and blessing. And we have a clock here again. So it's something with time. It's maybe time for you to put yourself in a timeless state, like here and now. Let go of control. Let things slip out of your hands. Let things happen like in its own accord. Give up your power. Breathe. Listen to your body. Go into a relaxive state. Give up your name, your reputation, everything, and be reborn, like into the here and now, like into the earthly realm of the feminine. Reclaiming your body. You're not a slave to the clock anymore. You are going to be a free person, a free spirit, reborn, reinvented by yourself. So you need to find out who you are, and then you can reinvent yourself. And if you want to find out who you are, you need to stay absolutely still and just breathe and hear your heartbeat. listen to the birds, and feel maybe insects walking on your hand and buzzing around your head. Try to be in nature. Try to embrace the mother right now. Eat good food. Drink water and feel every sip of it. Feel like every step you take on the earth floor. Feel gravity, like how she is taking care of you. You're not falling anywhere. If you lie in bed, you can feel the love from the mother, this gravity. So try to practice this. This is your lesson for this time. Okay, my dear Aries. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting beautifully to my videos. And I want you to take really good care. Really nurture your body at this time. This Queen's here. Water and fire, your other side, taking in this water energy, feeling your biofeedback system. Listen to your poor body that has been this working slave, and just listen to all its complaint and start to nurture it. So take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again in the beginning of July. Okay, bye-bye.